4a, we are supposed to sketch the slope field at 6 indicating points on the graph. And to do this, we plug in the coordinates into the derivative. And remembering the key, if you plug in the coordinates into the derivative and the answer is positive, then the slope would have a positive slope. And if it's negative, then it would have a negative slope. And if it's 0, then it would be a straight line. So to begin with, we plug in 0 into x, and we plug in -1 into y, and we would get a positive slope. To plug in, for this one, we plug in 0 for x, and we plug in 1 for y, and the slope would be negative. For 2, the coordinate of 2, we would plug in 0 for x and 2 for y, and we would get -2, and the slope would be steeper. For this one, we plug in 1 for x and -1 for y, and we would get 3, so the slope would be steeper and a positive. It would have a positive slope. And for x, we would plug in 1, and y we would plug in 1, and the slope would be positive. And for this one, we would plug in 1 for x and we plug in 2 for y, and the slope would be straight.
For question 4b, we're asked to find the concavity in quadrant 2. So quadrant 2 is over here. So what we're going to do is take second derivative, get the second derivative. So second derivative of this is 2 minus y prime. Now y prime equals 2x minus y, so you get y. You get 2 minus parentheses 2x minus y. Now based on the solutions, we can determine the concavity of quadrant 2. So if we plug in -1 and 1, so plug in -1, and this equals 2 minus 2 of -1 minus 1, you get -2 minus 1 is -3, -3 plus 2 because it's sine, you get 5. So that's one solution, you get positive. So far I have a concavity of up. Now you plug in -1 and 2, you'll get a different answer. You get -1, you get 2 minus 2 of -1 minus 2, you get 2 times -1 minus 2, which is -4, -4 with a negative sign is 4, so 2 plus 4 is 6, you get 6. So based on the solution, we say it's concavity of up again. Now you plug in -2 and 1, you plug in -2, so you get 2 minus parentheses 2 of -2 minus 1, you get -4 minus 1 is -5, -5 in the sign because the positive is 2 plus 5, which is 7. And then finally we have -2 and 2 minus parentheses 2 of -2 minus 2. So -2 times -2 is -4. -4 minus 2 is -6. -6 and the negative sign makes a positive 6. So 6 plus 2 is 8. So based on solutions of y prime is greater than 0, which concludes to us having that the second quadrant is actually concave up.
For 4c, we're trying to find if this is minimum, maximum, or neither according to our initial condition. So we're going to start up by setting our derivative to equal to 0. And we're going to plug in our x's and our y's. So according to this, it is a neither. The answer is neither.
So for 4D, we're asked to find the constants of m and b from the first derivative. So in order to do this, we can say that the second, since it's linear, the second derivative is equal to 0. So we take the first derivative, which is 2x minus y, and take the derivative of this again, so you get y again. So you get 2 minus y prime. And then since from here, we can find the slope easily by setting 2 minus y prime equal to 0. Okay, then I said that y prime is equal to 2, and that's equal to m. Now, we can say that since this is m, we can set this equal to the first derivative, which is y prime equals 2x minus y. Since we know that y prime equals 2, which is the slope, we set 2 equals 2x minus y. And all we have to do now is switch y and 2, so you get y equals 2x minus 2, and negative 2 is equal to b.